The con here has already begun to take shape. I want to show you a couple of things. Look at the news, and you'll be able to see the con here. First one, Al Gore and George Soros are going to be speaking at Columbia University next week. Al Gore is going to be talking about how investors can leverage their expanding global influence to build robust environmental governance standards. And George Soros will be talking about the sovereign debt problem. I'm sure they're both going to have a free market solution. Does anybody remember this guy from the town hall meeting in 2009? Watch this. Here's the next piece of the con.
Oh, it's such a blessing to see you, Mr. President. Thank you for taking time out of your day. Oh, gracious God, thank you so much. Okay, I've been at the same job, which is McDonald's, for 4.5 years because of the fact that I can't find another job. Now, with the fact that I've been there for as long as I've been there, do you have any plan or any idea of making one that has been there for a long time receive any better benefits than what they've already received?
He was the mark. The easy to dupe, or the weakest among us, are always the ones who are the first mark. His name is Julio. The president said yes, he's going to put together health care. This is back a year ago. But really, Julio finally got his answer today. Remember, he worked at McDonald's and he wanted better benefits. Here's the story today. McDonald's has warned federal regulators that it could drop its health insurance plan for nearly 30,000 workers unless regulators waive a new requirement of the U.S. health overhaul. Yes, Julio, here's your answer. You will have it his way. President Obama's mandates and standards, designed right into the health care bill, shows that large employers like McDonald's are doing the math, and they're finding they can't meet the standards, and therefore they're forced to drop the people that they were covering, which they will receive penalties for, but he will have to go into the federal health care system. These are part-time workers who are getting small plans. They're called mini-med plans. But it was how they were all had, because now they have nothing. 1.4 million people across the country are affected by this. 1.4 million people are going to have their health care dropped because of we're trying to get the poor on health care. But don't worry. Progressives will be there to save the day because they already are. You see, they start with the solution. They know what's best. And then they create the problem or exploit the problem intentionally. So that way, you eventually, like Julio, go to them and beg for the solution because the big bad McDonald's has just taken away your health care. That's what they do. Artificially create a problem to run in and save the day with a solution that they wanted in the first place. The president is responsible for this, but he'll be the knight in shining armor and he'll sweep everyone into government health care because remember, that was his goal. His words.
I happen to be a proponent of a single-payer universal health care plan. A single-payer health care plan, universal health care plan. That's what I'd like to see. But as all of you know, we may not get there immediately.
We may not get there immediately. You were set up. You were the mark. And the sting is about to go down. I've been talking to you all week about the One Nation rally this Saturday.
Are your members doing this because they have to or they want to?
My members are doing this for both reasons. They have to and they want to. They're ready for a fight.
That should make you a little, it should wake you up a little bit, America. Maybe drive you to your knees. I want you to watch because the sting is not happening yet, but the con is really winding up. This weekend is important because remember, you are the mark. If you're on the fence or you're not really sure what's really happening in your country, you better pick up the pace. But start with listening to your gut. You know something's not right. If you already know that you're being set up and you're going to be shoved into some anti-colonialist, Marxist, or global governance system, I don't know what it's going to look like in the end, you need to wake others up. You need to take the 40-day and 40-night challenge. It is a blueprint for national survival. You have to do that. And here's what really, in a nutshell, it is. Clean out your own life. Be peaceful. Be strong. Know what is true. Tough times are coming. You need to be a shelter for others. It feels to me as though the seasons are about to change. Remember what these activists are good at. These activists are great at one thing: dividing, disrupting, agitating. They've been good at it. They've been doing it since the 1960s. And this is their shot. They have been waiting and building since the 1960s. Well, if you've just been agitating and everything, well, you're not good at ruling. And you've seen that, right? We're on to them. We know who they are. We know this is a nightmare. But they're about to go back to agitating, because once they lose control of the House, they have to. That's what they're good at. You must overwhelm them in numbers. Get out and vote this November. Get someone else to vote. I don't care how they vote, just get them to vote. Get off your couch, get your neighbors off your couch, be proactive. You just make sure, are you registered to vote yet? Register to vote. Make sure people in your neighborhood are registered to vote. Get them out in droves and then stand peacefully arm in arm. Because I fear the trouble is just about to begin, and it will only get worse. The sting, I believe, happens maybe after January. If I'm right, there's not going to be a lot of people in Washington that will offer peaceful leadership, and our streets will not be peaceful. They will start protesting and agitating again. The peaceful leadership role, unfortunately, I believe, will fall on your shoulders. Be ready to accept that challenge. The question is, who are you? Who are we? Are you one nation working together with the communists, the radicals, the revolutionaries that want to fundamentally transform America? Or are you these people? Are you these people? One nation who came together. One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Decide.